Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour in the form of a scavenger hunt. So essentially, I just asked for prompts from my viewers here on YouTube. I also asked on Discord and Instagram if you had any prompts about a book you wanted me to show you off of my shelves. The prompts were very random. I also only got one repeat prompt, I believe, out of like 44 options. I have gone through and printed out all of the suggestions and put them in my handy dandy Taylor Swift bucket and folded them up so I can pick prompts out one by one randomly to get books off my shelves for you and just kind of show you around my shelves, I guess, and what kind of books I have. And this is a lot more suggestions than I was thinking that I would get. So I think I'm actually just going to do two parts of this where I'll do like half of them now and then I'll do half of them in part two. Without further ado, let's pick our first prompt. I'm actually going to shuffle it for a sec. This one on top is calling to me. A book with a rat on the cover. This is going to take me a while. I don't actually know if I have one. Let me start looking. Okay. I thought I had one that would fit, but I was wrong. I looked at the book cover that I thought would work for that, and there was no rat. But I have Bookshops and Bone Just by Travis Baldry, and if you can see here, there is in fact a rat on the cover. She is a race of creature called a ratkin. So you know what? I'm going to count it. I think that is close enough. It didn't say that it couldn't be a talking rat. So I got one talking rat. Okay, next pick. This says, gifted from a friend or relative. I know just what to pick for this. The Sirens by Amelia Hart. I was gifted this by my Auntie Paula for my birthday in August, and I will be reading it in April. So, Auntie, if you're watching, I'm getting to it. I've been so excited for it, and I can't wait to read it. Okay, that one was easy. I don't think the rest of them are going to be as easy. Next, we have... Ooh. Book with a vertical spine. I think this means like the words are not going, like, you know, you have to turn your head where it's just straight up and down. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Okay. That one was kind of easy too. I fear there's not many easy ones left. Ooh. A fantasy book with a female main character written by a man. And I know just what to pick for that. The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. Two of the main POVs are women, and one of them, Orca, is one of my favorite female characters of all time. I'm afraid I'm going to get all of the easy ones in this part. And then in part two, it's going to be literally so chaotic. Let's get another one. Oh, this is actually, this suggestion was the same person who suggested the last one, which is funny. And this is a book that gives you nostalgia. And for this one, I probably am going to pick, where is it? That's the question. Oh, down here. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I read this in college, I want to say. This book has seen better days. Yeah, I read this when it came out in 2008. I was in college. I was a freshman in college. Okay. Next. Okay. My unread books are separate from my read books. This says an unread. You can't read that. Focus, camera. What if I just get out of the frame? An unread debut from an author you've read from before. However, I don't have any of those. I don't. This is my unread shelf here where this purple thing is, and it goes down. And all of these books, I don't think any of these books are debuts. And if it is a debut, it's an author I haven't read from before. So I'm sorry, I do not have one for this question, which was given to me by Faye, and she did it on purpose to be challenging. And congrats, you've stumped me. Obviously, I had to look at them when I was cutting them out, and I think this is the only one that I knew, like, right off the top of my head, like, I'm not going to have an answer for that. I can't open this one. There we go. Oh my God, again. I must not have shuffled them well because this is a suggestion from the same person, and it says, a book with a building. You can't read that. A book with a building featured prominently on the cover. For this one, what could I do for this one? Actually, will that my book club book? Yeah. Okay. I'm counting One Dark Window because there's actually 2 towers here. So I'm going to count that one because I don't really think I have a lot of books where specifically a single building is like the focus of the cover. Yeah, a lot of it's people. Oh, I guess, wait, actually, we could do Babel. This definitely fits the prompt better, I think. Babel, because there's no character on here. It's literally just buildings. So yeah, Babel by R.F. Kuang. Okay, I think this is prompt number 8. I'm actually going to take a second and shuffle them again because I keep getting prompts from the same people twice in a row, which isn't bad. Okay, there. I really got in there that time. I'm going to laugh if this is Inez or Faye again. No, it's not. This comes from Tim, and it says a book set in space. And I have so many options I could pick for this, honestly. I'm going to go with Defiant by Brandon Sanderson. This is the last in the series, I believe. Honestly, super solid series. Really fun in terms of sci-fi. I am usually a fantasy girly, but these were a blast. Pikachu, I choose you. Okay, this is a different Tim, but this one says a book where the blurb has a big spoiler in it. And you know what? I remember typing this one down and cutting it out, and I knew exactly what book to pick the moment I read it. The first Crescent City book by Sarah J. Maas. There is something that happens about, I don't know, I want to say like 150 pages or maybe like 140 pages into this book that was like a huge shocker to me because I never read the blurb. But after I read it and I was like, oh my God, I'm X amount of pages into this book. That's crazy. Like, you know, I didn't think we would get this kind of thing happening so soon. I mean, if you've read the blurb, you know, but if you haven't, don't read it. Anyways, yeah, so apparently it was on the back of the book the entire time. And so I'm really glad that I didn't read it because that was such a big spoiler. I don't think blurbs should talk about anything that happens in the book after like the first 50 pages, unless it's like extremely, extremely vague. Next, I have, ooh, okay, a book from your least favorite genre. That's a hard one because I don't usually keep them if I don't like them, and I don't usually buy outright a book from my least favorite genre. I probably would read it like at the library instead of buying it unless I really loved it. But I do have a couple, I guess. I'm gonna go with, okay, I'm knocking things over. I don't know what just fell. I heard the noise of something falling. Anyways, I'm gonna go with Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I do like this book. It's not my favorite, but I do really like it. Solid classic, but I would say that classics is my least favorite genre. And yes, a classic can also be any genre. Like it could be lit fic, could be fantasy, sci-fi, whatever. But I don't know. I'm just gonna lump classics all in together because that is pretty much my least favorite genre. Classics. Okay, this is the 11th prompt, so we're already halfway through. Oh, they're stuck together. Ooh, okay. A book that has been translated. I know just what to pick. Ooh. But which one shall I show you? Which one is my favorite cover? Probably the first one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Okay, I'm gonna pick The Sword of Destiny by Andrzej Sapkowski because The Witcher is translated from Polish. For those of you who didn't know, I feel like a lot of people don't know that it is a translated fiction, actually. And this is the fancy new illustrated editions. If I can get these pages unstuck, I'll show you this one that I'm trying to show you. There we go. I believe that's Neneki. I think that character's name is Neneki. And then this, I believe, is Dandelion, aka Jaskier, if you've watched the show. Oh my God, I gotta show you this picture. This is Yennefer of Vengerberg, aka my fucking wife. And she's also on the cover. Stornen. I actually really want to reread that series because I have Crossroads of Ravens to read, which is the newest installment. But I don't know. I don't know if I should reread the whole series first and then read this, or if I should just read this now and go off my memory. But then I can reread them all in chronological order because they are not published in chronological order. The publishing order is so different than the actual timeline of events according to these books. So I don't know. I'll have to decide on that one. Stay hydrated, kids. Okay, number 12. This one. Gimme. Oh, okay. Now this says, a cartoon cover. And I feel like Danny was saying a cartoon cover in lieu of like a romance cartoon cover. I don't have any of those, although I will technically say I guess the book I'm going to show you is a romance. I'm knocking over decorations. Heartstopper. This one is volume 5 by Alice Oseman. It is technically a cartoon cover, but it's not, and it is also technically a romance. But it's a graphic novel, and this is like my favorite romance ever. If you don't know that about me, I don't really talk about it that often, I guess. Not since this last one has come out. I can't wait for the next one, because then that will be the last one, right? I believe volume 6 is going to be the final volume. I love Nick and Charlie. They're so, so cute. Charlie is so relatable. Nick is so relatable. Really cute. And it's also YA, so appropriate for like teens, but there are heavier topics in here. Not so much in the first one, although I will say there is kind of like assault in the first one, mildly, but there's like a mental health theme that kind of progresses. So yeah, suitable for younger readers, but make sure they check trigger warnings as per usual. But I love this series. Actually, these are so short and easy and cute to read. I should reread them soon. This is also like a good summer read, because it is kind of a romance, you know, you kind of just binge it. What number did I say we were on? Is this 13? I don't fucking know. Lucky 13. Okay. Ooh, a book with a book on the cover. I know 2 books that might possibly work. Okay, not that one. Not that one. What about, oh, this one. Haha. Okay. There is a book on the cover of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is I want to say it's a cozy fantasy, but it also is a little bit light academia. She's a professor and she is studying the Fae, and that's like what she does her dissertation on, I think. And she kind of like studies their habitats, their like races. There's different races of Fae, different creatures in their subsets, and what kind of magical abilities they each have and their like personality traits. It's very much like a fantasy focused academia. Does that make sense? But oh, I love this series so much. Emily and Wendell are really funny characters to follow, but they're so different from each other. Like they're very much yin and yang, which is great. I love that. Also, these UK covers are genuinely just so stunning. Also, I would get to talk about one of my favorite books on number 13. 13 is actually my lucky number, by the way. I was born on the 13th, so I wasn't being sarcastic. Number 14, a book with a color in the title. This is also the same person who suggested that last one. I swear I mix them up so much, but I think it's because they get stuck together when I'm like mixing, so some of them don't move that much. A book with a color in the title. I actually don't know if I have any. Oh. Okay, I have 2, so I'm going to show you 2. Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang and Across the Green Grass Fields by Shauna Maguire. Both of these books were 5 stars for me. This one, incredible. I loved it. This one, incredible. Made me cry. Ooh, okay. Something sapphic. Let's see. Let me see what I got going on over here for the sapphic ladies. Ooh, I know. Gideon the Ninth by Tanzin Muir, I believe it's pronounced. I love this series. Lesbian necromancers in space. That's all you need to know. I want to reread it. This bookshelf tour was a bad idea. I feel like I just want to reread all the books I love instead of reading new books and getting through this massive TBR pile I've accumulated for myself. Okay, I forget what number we're on. 15? Let's see. Oh, okay, great. A book with a bookmark still in it. And you know what? I know exactly where it is. This bookmark has been in The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson since I was at the hotel, like when I first hauled it, when I was living at the hotel when my house was under construction. And it's on just on chapter 1. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm determined to get to it, so I don't want to take the bookmark out. Somebody in the comments, come to my house, hit me over the head with a brick, and make me read this one soon, please. I really need the push. I think I'm scared because I feel like I'm going to love it so much, but I'm scared that if I love it so much, then the second one's not out yet, and then I have nothing else to read in this world, so help. Also, I miscounted. I think we're on 17 now. I don't know. I'm gonna do a couple more. Oh my God, I cannot get this one to focus. There we go. The weirdest book cover. The weirdest book cover? I mean, I don't know. I don't usually buy covers if they're ugly. Do you mean ugly or do you just mean weird? I'm getting sweaty also. Don't mind me while I fan myself. I'm trying to think. Weird? Like not ugly, just weird? I could do, a lot of these are pretty, not necessarily weird. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know. I don't really think that one's weird either. It's creepy, but like it makes sense if you read the blurb. Oh, this one's kind of weird. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to go with Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder because it's just a hand holding slabs of meat. It's just raw fucking meat. That's kind of weird, honestly. But again, if you read the synopsis, like it makes sense. So it's not really like weird bad. It's weird good. Like I feel like this represents the story and it also makes me excited to read it, but it is definitely just slabs of meat. So that's kind of weird, you know? Number 18. This one feels like it wants to be chosen. Okay, this prompt comes from Kaz at Little Book Owl and she said a book title that starts with R. I'm assuming R for Rachel. Thank you. Do I have a book title that starts with R? I'm sure I do. Are we counting the? Like, does the word the count? It probably shouldn't have a the, right? It should just start with an R. It should just start with an R. Okay, I'm gonna go with Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron, and this is the second in the Kingdom of Souls duology. I have not read this yet. These are actually on my self-destruct list for this year, so I do actually really need to make an effort to get to them or I will have to unhaul it. But I usually don't love people on the cover. But this is stunning. She's beautiful. Striking. Very striking. Okay, number 19. A lot of things are stuck in my hand. There we go. Ooh, a book with flowers on the cover. Easily done, easily done. But which one to pick? There's so many. I'm gonna go with Wayward by Amelia Hart. There's a lots of flowers around the edge. There's also a lot of insects and a couple of birds, some fungi. There's a mushroom down there. So like this is very much giving flora and fauna, you know? So I feel like this fits that perfectly. I also really love this book. So highly recommend if you have not read it yet. Check the trigger warnings though. She's a doozy. Okay, number 20. There should only be 2 left after this and that'll be like officially halfway through all of these amazing prompts you all sent me. So grateful. I was really impressed with the turnout. Oh, okay. Can you focus? I need to figure out how to make my camera like focus on close-up objects better. A book that has a moon on the cover or the back flap. Book that has a moon on the cover or the back flap. I mean, this would make sense because it's in the title. Perfect. Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. This moon is behind the W there. Is there one on the back flap? No, but there is one, I believe, also on the hardcover. There you go. So now you can see it without the words in the way. Isn't this stunning? I love this cover so much. This cover also comes with an origami. Oh, there's a moon in the middle as well. Wait, here you go. Here's an extra moon on the inside cover for you. It comes with origami instructions to make a origami sailboat, which is really cute, but I will not be ruining the jacket cover of my book for that. But that is a very cute idea. I just won't be doing it. Okay, 21. I dropped them all. Give me that one. Ooh, this is a good one. A book that's been on your TBR for 5 years or longer, for over 5 years. I know exactly what to pick, which isn't really a great thing. So for this, I'm going to go with Ascendlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. I have had this book for at least 6 or 7 years. I think I got it right when it came out. I heard somebody talk about it and it was just so intriguing. And just unfortunately, I haven't read it yet. Yeah, it says copyright 2013 and I think I got it shortly thereafter. Maybe like 2015, early 2015. Yeah, so I need to get to this. I don't know why I haven't. Again, somebody in the comments, come hit me over the head and force me to read this book because it is a book I'm interested in and it sounds good. I've also had multiple people tell me that they loved it. So like there's literally no reason to stop me. There's no reason. I don't know. I'm just weird. Just can't force myself to read things I like apparently. Okay, and this should be 22. So this is going to be the last prompt I do for this part 1. I will do the rest of the prompts in part 2. Oh, here we go. This one clung to my finger, you see? So this one really wanted to be in part 1. Oh my God, wait. This is the only repeat I've gotten, and it's the one we just did. It says a book that's been on your TBR the longest. So I think we're just gonna skip this one because I do believe that Babel has been on my TBR the longest. Out of the books I still own, I do always unhaul. I unhaul quite frequently, and sometimes I unhaul books that have been on my TBR for way, way, way too long. So that is officially the oldest one I have. So part 2 will just be one shorter. I think that's fine. This will be our last one. Yeah, that's crazy. That is the only repeat out of 44 prompts that I got. A book with a real person on the cover. Okay. I just showed one recently, and I do think that those are the only ones I have, is that series. So I'll show the first one. So it's different. I will show you Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. And again, I don't normally love real people on the cover, but I think that this model has a very striking face. Like her eyes are stunning, absolutely stunning. And I do like these ones, even though I don't normally enjoy photographic, realistic pictures on the cover. That was my bookshelf scavenger hunt tour. I hope you enjoyed it because there will be a part 2 coming. I'm probably going to film it like shortly here right now, just since I'm obviously already set up for it. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I'll link it down below once it goes live. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a magnifying emoji down in the comments because I really had to squint to find some of these answers. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.